Hello and welcome to another episode of Talkingink. I am here with the provider of the death machine, the one of the survivors of my longest lasting friend since kindergarten, the one and only Jesus.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Now, with that, let's get started. Now, what is your first tattoo?
My first tattoo is a wolf paw, kind of. And it was just the outline. I don't remember exactly when I got it. I don't remember how. I was actually drunk that night.
You were drunk that night. Okay.
And I woke up with it. Back in, this when I was 18, I used to drink like a fish, man. And one night, I'm guessing I had a friend or knew someone who does tattoos. So they were saying like, oh, you should get one, you should get one. And I'm like, oh, okay. At least I think that's how it happened.
You hope that's how it happened.
I hope so. Pretty much the night ended for me at 8 p.m. I was already drunk at that point. And then the next morning, I woke up and my arm was really sore. And I'm like, oh, man, I think I got punched. And I look and I'm like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. So that was my first.
Right, but in that case, you didn't go to a professional or anything. It was just a friend that did that for you?
It was just a friend. Many of my tattoos were done by friends. I only have 2 tattoos that were done professionally.
In that case, were you even patched up, or did they just like, oh, well, good luck on your own up there?
The first one, I think it was that good luck on your own thing, because, I woke up with the sore arm, there was no bandage, there was no cream,
wow.
There was nothing on it.
There was no infection towards it after that?
No, there was no infection towards it.
Because we actually had one, which was for Talkingink, Emmy's Canvas, where she said she got this one infected. Mm-hmm. And even though that was a professional one, like I found that, so that was a miracle all in all on its own.
Yeah, I mean...
You are the Jesus.
I'm Jesus, man. You work in mysterious ways.
You work in mysterious ways. Alright, and overall, how many pieces do you have?
I have 8 pieces.
8 pieces.
Yeah.
Out of them all, which is your favorite?
My favorite is actually the paw because it's the most interesting story that I have. But even though I have 8 pieces, several pieces were done multiple times. For instance, this one, the outline, it was just the outline. So I went again to get it shaded in with red. And then after looking at it for a while, one of my friends, she was like, you know what, I'm tired of just looking at it and it's so blank. I'm going to go take it to get it fixed.
Okay.
And, that's the first time I went to the professional shop. So the guy's like, okay, well, what are you thinking? And I'm like, honestly, I like it the way it is, but, just, do your own, right? For a professional shop, that's kind of annoying to them. I found out later on.
Just tell them that it's up to them?
Yeah. For them, you should always go prepared. Hopefully go with a stencil. That's the drawing of what you want.
Right.
Or something for them to work out.
Reference.
A reference. But, I just say, you do you. Nuts, you do you. So, the guy was actually kind of cool with it. Other tattoos people, they might not. So, yeah, he's like, oh, so I actually have this piece I've been wanting to do on someone. What do you think? And it was like this tribal randomness. So, I have no idea what it means. I have no idea, the type of tribal.
Well, you got that at the time that tribal was pretty high up there, no? Because like everybody and their mothers was getting tribal.
Yeah, you know, it's a phase, and I'm like, you know what, it's actually pretty cool. But it was again just the outline. So then at the end, when he was done, he's like, you know, how do you like it? I'm like, you know what, I kind of want to flip it. Like this one, the outline is black with the inside red, let's do the outline red with the inside black.
Alright. Now, I see that you actually have a phrase down there. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get the camera to take a solid picture of the wording. No, just on that one. What does it actually say down
Well,
there?
it's actually a combination.
Oh, it's a combination. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. That explains that.
Yeah, so this is actually my third one. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, 9. I forget the one on my back.
That actually was the next question. Is there any tattoo you constantly forget?
Constantly-
Apparently, it's the one on the back.
I constantly forget the one on my back. My wife reminds me from time to time. I know, or I catch my, look in the mirror. I'm like, holy crap, I have a tattoo back there. And I think sometimes at work, I'm like, you know what, this might be a nice piece to have. And I'm like, I'm gonna put it on my back. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I have something there.
Occupied.
Like, okay, golly then. But yeah, so the phrase is, this one is every sinner has a past, and this one is every saint has a future. Truth be told, I saw it online once, I saw the phrase, but I saw it flipped. And it didn't make sense, every sinner has a future, every saint has a past. I'm like, okay, that doesn't really make sense.
Well, I guess it means that this as every sinner has somewhere to work from, as there's no success point, so they have something to work towards. But every saint has a past, as in they weren't always saints; they were at one point or another.
I mean, maybe, but
That's still just a longer explanation. That actually does work a little bit more over than that.
well, I like the way I have it. As a reminder that yeah, I do have my past. I've done best of things. I try to work better though. Take one step at a time. That's where this one comes in handy. Every saint has a future. Reminds me, be good from now on.
That's it. Yeah, constant reminder. All right, now the dreaded question: do you have any tattoo that you regret?
I do actually. I got initials of someone. This is a cover up.
Holy crap! It is covered. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think you have the before shot.
Yeah.
So the initials were of JM. I'm not gonna say the person's name, but she meant a lot to me. As you said, we've been best friends since we were kids. So this is kind of the female version of that. At one point, we ended up working together. And one night, she was telling me how sad she was gonna be because she had to quit and continue going to college. And she was telling me that she thought that I was gonna forget about her. And I'm like, you're crazy. We've been through thick and thin. How do you think I'm gonna forget about you? And at that point, I already had a couple of tattoos already. So I'm like, jokingly, I said, hey, what if I get your initials tattooed? And she laughed and she's like, no, you won't. And I'm like, oh, okay then.
Try me.
So yeah, the following paycheck, I went and not again to a professional. I've been tattooed by like 5 different people. So I went to somebody recommended me. I've never met that person, but he was like, yeah, sure, I'll tattoo you. Give me $20. I'm like, okay, cool. So $10 a letter. They're actually about 2 inches high. It's pretty big. And I showed her. I'm like, look, told her I was gonna get your name tattooed, and she was pretty happy about that. She was like shocked. She was saying, oh, you actually went through with it. And I'm like, well, yeah, we're friends, of course. So shit went south, and we're not friends anymore. We haven't actually contacted each other in 8, 9 years, maybe 10,
Possibly more.
yeah, possibly more, somewhere around 9.
Somewhere
10.
around there.
Yeah,
We lose track of time.
definitely. Way before I met my wife. So yeah.
You can't be mad now.
Well, she wasn't then. She met me with that tattoo, and she asked about it, and I was honest. I'm like, this is what it means. This is who I got it for, and she understood, and she never really wanted me to change that about me, But when I decided to get married, I was the one who said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go get it covered up. She was like, no, it's fine. You don't have to. I met you this way, so it's a part of you. And And I'm like, no, it's not right. We're getting married, and I'm gonna have someone else's name on me. So I went and I spent 80 something.
Not professionally this time, right?
No.
It doesn't learn his lesson.
So alright, so professional tattoos. It was this one, the outline, tribal mark, and it's this one. But just this part, the type 1 and the medical symbol. The diabetic, this one, and these were done by the same guy. The initials were done by a different guy. This was done by a different guy. And this part was... No, yeah, same guy.
Same guy. All right. Now, there was something interesting that in your bag. That's what's right.
Yeah.
And there was something interesting that I kind of remember. Or do you happen to believe on the superstition where you're not supposed to cover up a tattoo?
No, I think the superstition is you're not supposed to get somebody's initials. And I didn't believe it then. I'm like, a friendship, will last through anything. How's a tattoo gonna damage it, right? And I definitely believe the no initials now. To the point where I'm not getting my wife's or anyone else's initials. I think the only exception are your kids or your parents. But other than that, anyone that's not family, don't get their initials. It's just
nothing personal.
Nothing personal. It's really not. But I didn't believe in the curse of the initials or the names, and it happened to me. So, yeah, I haven't heard about something about covering up.
No.
This one got me good luck though.
Because back to Emmy, she has the one that's covered up, and she's been having like luck. So.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't heard about a cover up curse. Might be, I don't know. I've had really bad luck.
No, that's why, I'm thinking it's more the cover up rather than the initials. Because your initials. It could have turned away your wife. Instead, she was okay with it.
That's true. That's very true.
All right, now moving on. What do you think? No, what do you know was your most painful piece?
This part over here. So there's, the dead face.
Take a picture of it, don't worry.
Yeah. This is the alive face, kind of like duality thing. Honestly, this is, I just got it because it's what matched the initials. It perfectly matched it. I don't think you could tell, but the initials are in the hair. So this is the only image that I saw. Scrolling. I'm like, oh, this is pretty interesting. And oh crap, you know what? I think it'll fit perfectly. And yeah, sure enough, it did.
Now, do you think it hurt more because it was already a tattoo there, or do you think it was just because of the area?
I think the area, because the initials I had gotten maybe 3 years prior, and tattoos heals within a couple of weeks.
All right, I see.
Do you think you'll be adding any more?
Definitely. I have big plans. I have a lot of empty spaces. My wife's on board. It's just time and money, which I have neither of.
It's a hobby that takes up a lot of money.
It is. I didn't really think how much money would go into it, but this one I didn't pay for. It was a birthday gift, but it was $150 just for the outlining, the shading that I told you about. Still a decent price compared to other places. The most expensive that I paid for was the type 1 diabetes, which is $50. $50 Fridays. Certain places they'll do it. So, that's cool.
And do you have any idea what you will be getting, or are you still coming up with the concoctions until you're ready to go?
So I definitely want to do something for my sons. They're both into Nintendo right now. My oldest, he's into Mario, and then my youngest is still into Pokemon. So what I kind of want to do is
the Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash. Oh, well, actually, I want to do the Last Supper scene featuring Super Smash Brothers people.
Super Smash Brothers characters.
Mario in the middle, Pikachu next to him, Link,
Kirby, etc.
Yeah, I think it may be here because I want to see it. I don't want to forget about it in my
Just
back.
like your back.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that's gonna go here. There's a lot more that I want to get tattooed. There's a cross emblem that's also part of a motorcycle. So I want to get that on my chest.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, my last bike.
In this case, this is actually a question just added on. Now, we talked about your favorite piece. Now, in this case, I'm not saying your least favorite piece, but I am saying the most forgotten in this case would be your back in this case.
The most forgotten is the one on my back. It says, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. And there's a cross going down my spine. A lot of people say that the back hurts. I didn't really feel anything. I don't know if maybe I was on pain meds or drunk again. Don't get tattoos drunk. It does numb the
second
sense.
person saying don't get tattoos drunk. Listen.
Yes.
Don't get tattoos
It
drunk.
will numb the senses, but you bleed more. Or something.
So.
But yeah, I didn't really feel the one on my back. So you know, that was pretty cool. My least favorite tattoo is actually this one.
That's your least favorite.
Yeah.
Philosophy.
It says philosophy going this way, and then art and science going that way.
You know what? I never saw it that way. I'll end up flipping the picture.
Yeah, so I mean, I saw it actually, Google Images, you know, going through different tattoo ideas, right?
Right.
So I'm looking at palindrome ideas. And then this one pops out. And it's already an actual tattoo that someone else has. And I'm thinking, I'm like, man, that's badass. I want that. And I told one of my buddies, you know, I'm pretty sure if I would have gone to the shop with the printout, they would have laughed at me and said, no, we're not. Go somewhere. But I went to my buddies and he's like, oh yeah, you know, I'll do it for $20. And it looks nothing like the one on the picture.
You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for. And for several years I actually liked it. I like the meaning I have behind it. The only thing that I don't like about it is now that I'm older, in the streets I can't really walk around with it because of the font.
Because of the font.
The font looks Old English.
Is there a problem with Old English and tattoos?
Yeah, I mean, most places around, you know, Los Angeles, old font is like gangster related. I mean, you know, certain pieces probably not. You know, if you can see the meaning, or you know, if it says family or it's just someone's name, then it probably won't be a big of a deal. But this one, you know, some people have to look close because other words are a little bit meshed together. So
okay.
from far away, it does look, you know, like it says something in it.
Okay, now given a chance, would you actually cover that one up, or for now you're just letting it slide?
I mean, I do want to cover it up. Or I do. I don't know with what. So I mean, I have to find what piece would go with this. This one was easier because, like, really the second or third image that I saw on Google, I'm like, oh, you know, I really like it, and oh, you know, as a bonus, it matched the tattoo perfectly. And this is a lot bigger, and when it was done, again, it wasn't done professionally, so it left scarring. You know, a lot of the lines won't be seen even if I get it covered up. So I have to get a darker image, you know, something along the lines of maybe like a scarecrow or raven, you know, hide the letters between the feathers. Yeah, I mean, I'll come up with something.
Or Google.
Or Google.
One of the two.
Yeah, I mean, Google's been my main inspiration for tattoos. Pretty sure I pulled the claw off of Google too.
Well, we won't find out unless we speak to Drunk You, and that's not happening anytime soon. All right. Now, let's see. We've already covered the mass majorities and all that. Anything other than that, do you have any advice for someone that's looking to do their first tattoo?
Know what you're gonna get. You know, it doesn't have to be a big meaning thing. You know, a lot of people think that, oh, tattoos are permanent, so make sure that, you know, it has really deep meaning. Sometimes you can get something you like just because. But know what you're gonna get. Don't go like I did and tell the guy, oh yeah, you know, just do your own thing and on my arm. You know, because this has no meaning other than
That was drunk.
That was drunk. I like the story though, so it has that meaning, I guess. Got my first drunk tattoo and just kind of evolved from there. But yeah, know what you're gonna want. Go to a professional. You know, I'm not saying, you know, your friend who's aspiring to be a tattoo artist to ignore him, but then again, you know,
Support your local people.
support your local people. You know, support your friends. Yeah, you know, one of them does want to be a tattoo artist.
I think what you're trying to say is if the work is complicated, trust a professional. If it's gonna be something simple, give your friend a try.
Yes, exactly correct words. I gave my friend a try for this one. It's just as diabetic on it. So I thought it came out great. But for my other pieces, I really wish I would have gone to a professional. Maybe this one wouldn't have looked so crappy as it did. But maybe I wouldn't have gotten it at all.
That's true. More than half the time, as we just mentioned, this is a pretty expensive hobby, so sometimes the budget requires the buddy around the corner.
Yeah, I mean my buddy prices have never been more than $30, so it was definitely kind of a win-win scenario.
No, we're good.
It was a win-win scenario. They got to practice, and I got a very cheap tattoo. But you do get what you pay for.
You do get what you pay for. In case you get scarring.
I mean, and the last thing I recommend is, if you do go to someone professional, leave a tip.
That's true.
These people, they work hard, and yeah, they have their set prices, but it's always appreciated. Like, yeah, this piece was $150, but you did a well enough job. Here's an extra $20.
I think the next advice would be if your friend is deciding to tattoo you, bring your own bandages, huh?
Yeah, I mean, invest in the ointments. A lot of people go with Aquaphor, I believe. I didn't like it very much. It didn't take too good to my skin. Left me kind of itchy. But A&D, you could get it anywhere. Even certain dollar stores sell it. Very relaxing cream.
Alright.
Don't go drunk.
Don't go drunk. Number one thing that you got to do. Don't go drunk.
drunk.
You want to remember what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You cackle on that a little bit. Alright, so that's going to be pretty much it for Talkingink. Now, we were going to be able to link your channel to this, but unfortunately, your death machine clicked its last ticker.
Oh, my death machine number 2. Yeah, death
I
machine
still have
number
death machine number 1.
Number 1, yes. Yeah, my channel was going to be called Cruising with Cruz. I was going to, go to local bars, local restaurants.
Actually, we can still do bars, because I still need someone to do the food reviews, but bar related. So if anything, we might be able to still zone in on that one.
I mean, there's that. I mean, I guess I could always go in car.
We do have Mr. Julian or Combine. No wait. No wait. What do I have him under? No, it's I keep changing his name. It's Eventually, I'll tag him down below. Nonetheless, he's our sober driver. No matter where we go, since he only drinks apple juice and asks for the finest chicken tenders in a restaurant. That guy's usually.
I laugh because that's me now. Actually, I was once a major badass. I think I started when I was 14, 15. So I did all my heavy drinking way before I was legal enough to do so.
He didn't make it to the first time I decided to drink.
Yeah, I wish I would have, could have kept up. Sadly now, I think I get drunk off of 3-4 beers maybe. I could take a picture.
Hey, at least it's economical. You don't have
it's
to.
Very economical. So
it's not all that bad.
Yeah, but man, I miss those days.
Memories. Alright, well, we'll see if we could do more collabs with Mr. Jesus. Anything other than that, we'll see for our next video. It might be a video game review, but every Wednesday it's going to be, Wednesday, Thursday, I know I slipped up on the last one, but every Wednesday should be another episode of Talkingink. Anything other than that, thank you for watching.
Bye.